I think the time will come when we really appreciate that we have such communities here. You know? Because as Kali Yuga increases and becomes more and more degraded, city life will become more and more crazy. And Prabhupada had this vision, these farm communities, these rural communities. We have to extricate ourselves from this madness of city life and build our own bubbles, if you want, spiritual bubbles, where we can actually demonstrate to the world how civilized and cultured human life is meant to be lived. Yeah, so just as a little introduction and outlook. So we actually had already quite a bit of katha in connection with Janmastami. We had yesterday the Sunday program. Actually, yesterday we had about 150 people here. It was quite, it was almost like that was one Janmastami, and today is part 2, Yeah, so it was quite dynamic yesterday. The whole temple was chock-a-block full with people. So let us start with the flute. The sweetness of Krishna's flute is unique and indescribable. Laghu Bhagavatamrita states that even one iota of sweetness of Krishna's flute is superior to the sweetness of all the sweet sounds of the world put together. Wow, amazingly sweet. The bliss caused by the sound of the flute is so intense and penetrating that it reverses the function of the animate and inanimate objects. So we will hear this. Srimad Bhagavatam says that on hearing the sweetness of Krishna's flute, the mountains shake. Wow, mountains are shaking in ecstasy. The rivers stop flowing. The trees exhibit signs of spiritual emotions. And the gopis of Raj run towards the sound, forgetting everything else. That's the effect. Hare Krishna. That's the effect of Krishna's flute. Actually, I remember reading that the rivers don't only stop flowing, but they flow backwards when they hear Krishna's flute. Something which is, unimaginable to our mundane minds. Now we are continuing a little bit with Krishna's beauty, but we get back to the flute a little later. The real beauty is Krishna and Radharani. One who is attracted by the beauty of Radha and Krishna cannot be attracted by the false beauty of this material world. Actually, in one sense, we can say, we all like to compete with Radha and Krishna. We try to make ourselves very beautiful, and we think ourselves maybe to be the most beautiful person, but no, Radha and Krishna are so much more attractive, so much more beautiful. That's why actually Prabhupada installed so many Radha Krishna deities, because Kali Yuga is such a fallen age, full of lusty desires. And by worshipping Radha Krishna, we get a higher taste. We lose that attraction to this so-called beauty, to this man-woman attraction. And we realize actually Radharani Krishna, that's where the real fulfillment and perfection of all attraction and beauty lies. Yeah. Krishna's body is a city of attractive features, and it is sweeter than sweet. His face, which is like the moon, is sweeter still, and the gentle smile on that moon-like face is like the rays of moonshine. The smile on Krishna's face is just like the smiling of the moon, which generates greater and greater happiness for the gopis. There is another nice purport in the Bhagavatam where Prabhupada describes how a devotee serves him completely selflessly. And when we offer selfless service, Krishna feels obliged. He wants to give something back. But then the pure devotee says, no, Krishna, I don't want anything back. No need. Otherwise, if I accept something back, I'm not a servant. I'm actually a merchant. I'm actually trying to do some business deal here with you. So pure devotee does not want anything back. So what can Krishna do? All he can do is reciprocate with his ever-enchanting smile. And when the devotee sees Krishna smiling, that inspires him even more to serve. And then what else can Krishna do? He has to even smile more. And like that, this is the blissful, loving exchange when we serve selflessly, when we don't want anything in return. And that's why Krishna always has this little smile there, in reciprocation with the selfless service of his devotees. Sri Krishna's complexion is the color of a blue lotus flower or a sapphire, and it is as enchanting as a tamal tree or a group of black clouds. Well, we see them here fair, but don't we in Ireland? Black clouds. We can always remember Krishna. Krishna is an ocean of nectarine handsomeness. Sri Govinda wears yellow garments and a garland of forest flowers. Yeah, he likes the forest flowers the best. Yeah. Gokulananda is decorated with various jewels, and he is a great reservoir of the nectar of many transcendental pastimes. Radhika Raman has long, curly hair, and he is anointed with many fragrant scents. Shyamasundara's handsome crown is decorated with many different flowers. Sri Krishna wears a locket on his chest containing a picture of Sri Radha. And actually Radharani also has a locket on her chest with a picture of Krishna. So Radhastami is coming up soon. Do your devotees have this locket? Huh? Yes, they have a locket. If they don't, you could get them one for a gift.
Definitely has one.
Yes. Yeah, so even, people in the material world, they have these lockets also, right? I remember as a teenager I had one. But unfortunately there was not Krishna in it. And Radharani either. So yeah, we are kind of imitating. Yes. When Krishna walked on the ground of Vrindavan, the marks on his soul, flag, thunderbolt, fish, goat, and lotus flower, would be imprinted upon the dust of the land. The gopis became overwhelmed simply at seeing those marks. Seeing those marks on the ground. This morning we were quoting a statement where it is said that actually Vrindavan is so much more auspicious because there, everywhere in the ground, we find these marks of Krishna's lotus feet. Whereas in Vaikuntha, the Lord wears slippers. So no auspicious marks in Vaikuntha because he wears slippers. But Vrindavan, Krishna never wears slippers. So that's why Vrindavan more special place. When Krishna is away from Vrindavan, tending the cows in the forest, the gopis in the Madhurya Ras are always absorbed in thoughts of how Krishna walks in the forest. The soles of Krishna's feet are so soft that the gopis would not dare to keep his lotus feet on their soft breasts. Indeed, they consider their breasts as very hard place for the lotus feet of Krishna. Yet those lotus feet wander in the forest, which is full of thorny plains. This was always the gopis' anxiety, that, oh my God, Krishna is going barefoot in the forest, all these thorns and sharp pebbles, they will hurt Krishna. That was always the anxiety. Krishna is a gorgeous dresser. Generally, there are 4 kinds of garments on the body of Sri Krishna. His shirt, his turban, his belt, and wearing garments. In Vrindavan, Krishna used to put on reddish garments with a golden shirt on his body and an orange-colored turban on his head. The different kinds of belts, combined with Krishna's enchanting smile, used to always increase the transcendental bliss of his associates. This dress of Krishna is described as gorgeous. Gorgeous dresser. On his body, Sri Krishna wears many ornaments fashioned from precious pearls, gems, gold, and other materials. And like Radha, Krishna wears many decorations made from Vrindavan's elegant flowers. Krishna wears flower crowns, collars, earrings, necklaces, armlets, sachets, anklets, and even a pair of flower shoes, which cover the entire top and sides of his lotus feet. Can you imagine making shoes out of flowers? I mean, we only make a garland. This is the most simple beginning of learning to make all these amazing decorations from flowers. And I mean, whoever has been to Vrindavan, there you can see the devotees oh, they're really practicing for entering the spiritual world. They're making all crowns from different buds and tips of flowers, you know, and even the mukit pieces that Krishna has in the turban, they're made from flowers, flower tips. And yeah, so many decorations, earrings from flowers, and you know, bracelets from flowers, ankle bells, so many things. But I have to admit, I have not seen shoes made from flowers. But yeah, I mean, that nectar is awaiting us there to learn all these things. Especially Lalita. She's very expert in making all these flower decorations. You know, she's got a whole team, and they're all assisting, and wow. You know, yes. The ornaments on the body of Krishna were not actually enhancing his beauty, but just the reverse. The ornaments were beautified by Krishna. So Krishna is the ornament for the ornament.